The year is 1987. A year ago, the people of Berbozan finally broke under the oppression of their dictatorial government, rising up in arms to overthrow the regime under the leadership of Ragda Khan. The bloody civil war has raged without peace since then, neither side ever gaining an upper hand on the other. The fighting has been brutal and no one has been spared the worst of the conflict. You, however, have been living in comfort and safety throughout this time and have only heard of the events through over-sensationalized newspaper headlines. Last month, you completed your medical degree and after 6 grueling years you can finally call yourself a doctor. 3 weeks ago you heard the call for paramedics in the Berbozan region. Your father was a Berbozan migrant, and besides, saving the lives of those most in need was why you signed up for medicine. Today, after a 2-day flight, you're finally on Berbozan soil and about to begin your work saving innocent lives. This is a fictional story. This is Triage, and we're playing a doctor. I guess we're gonna try the tutorial. Welcome to the waiting room. This is where patients will come to be examined. Click anywhere to receive your first patient. Okay, here's your first patient. The clipboard on the right shows the patient's condition. Click the button labeled No Bed on the top right to allocate green triage for the patient. See that look in his eyes? We're pretty sure he's blind. Okay, oh man, his eyes do not look good. He has a puppet here and a flag, but we get no info about that. Okay, his name is Malik Varghiz. Male, head injury, profuse bleeding. She said no bed. Or he? Green triage is for the walking wounded and those whose injuries do not immediately risk their lives. Profuse bleeding, is that not a problem? Because he says, really? This means they will not get treatment, but space is running out in the triage. There is no room for healthy patients. Now try allocating a patient yellow triage by clicking the button labeled Send Bed, or rather just Bed, in the top right. Alright, we haven't been able to find out anything about this one, a true mystery. Name, Laila Alaoui, bullet in lungs, smashed pelvis. Yeah, bullet in lungs seems ultra critical to me, I don't know. I say bed and she says really? Yellow triage for the patients who will die from their wounds without treatment, but only after a period of hours or days. I don't know, I really don't know how it is with a bullet in the lungs. This means they will get moderate treatment as well as a bed in the hospital, but watch out, you only have a limited number of beds. Now try allocating a patient red triage by clicking the button labeled surgery in the top right. You know what, we're gonna switch genders. He hasn't been able to follow any of the instructions we gave him. We think his ears are damaged. Yeah, think? Thank you, Mr. Nurse. Okay, so this guy has a religious symbol, I think. Let's see. Malik Khan. Smashed pelvis, missing leg, bullet in lungs, again, head injury. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get... Okay, you're the doctor, I guess, he says. Red triage is for patients whose lives are in immediate danger and will die soon if not given treatment. This will allocate a doctor to care solely for the patient, but you only have a limited number of doctors, and when you run out, those who are critically in need could be left to die. Occasionally, a patient will arrive who is beyond hope of recovery. These situations are unfortunate, but the reality cannot be denied, and in this case, the patient should be allocated black triage using the turn away button. I don't know, I mean, I could just give them no bed. No bed seems better than turn away always. Remember, the survival of your patient depends entirely on what level of triage you allocate them. Although some casualties are expected, they must be avoided when possible. Next, click the button at the bottom of the screen labeled Nurse. This will call the nurse. We're lucky we managed to get him away from his son before his wounds got any worse. I guess so. The good thing is so the son doesn't see him. Okay. Shot in face, profuse bleeding. Definitely surgery. Okay, nurse. Great, now that you've called the nurse, you can ask her about how many beds or operating theaters are free. The nurse is your only connection to the rest of the hospital, but don't bother her too often or she'll get annoyed. Click the nurse button again to send her away. I will check the beds. No, I cannot click these. Nurse, leave. As well as determining the care level of different patients, you also have a number of painkillers available to you down below. These can be used to mitigate the pain of a patient you particularly want to save. Done. You administered a painkiller, improving the patient's chance of survival. You only have 5 syringes, so use them sparingly. Your syringes are restocked at the end of each day. During an actual shift, there will be a watch in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, there it is, showing you progress through the day. Once the clock strikes the 12th hour, your shift is over. Which I guess is there. That's the end of the tutorial. Remember, don't think too much about who dies. They would have died without your aid anyway. Concentrate on those who lived. Good luck. And this statement is so important to this game. We have a punk. He hasn't been able to follow any of the instructions we gave him. We think his ears are damaged. He has nothing. Amir Varghese, male, broken arm. No bed for... I mean, we could just turn him away, but no bed? The reaction was, if we must. I'm not sure what that means. I've always thought having unarmed civilian journalists in the deep of the fighting was a bad idea. So this person has a broken arm and a bullet in heart. Bullet in heart. The symbol of a separatist movement. They have a piece of paper. We've forbidden an open display of it in the receiving area for obvious reasons. There's a photo. We found that while we were examining the body. It's supposed to be a picture of a baby, I think. I'm surprised they managed to hold onto that throughout the fighting. Cameras like that aren't cheap. Okay, so we are making slow decisions. Let's ask the nurse how many doctors are free. There are 5 free doctors. Let's ask the nurse if beds are available. We can take, what, 20 more beds? Okay. Okay, bullet in heart. What is this even? Surgery. Right away. Okay, good. So I think that was the right decision. She arrived together with someone claiming to be her partner. They are waiting outside just now. We have a... What the... Oh my goodness. A tough day. I didn't expect to see this many civilians amongst the injured. It's the children that worry me the most. What kind of war is this that even children are coming in by the droves? The fighting is continuing in Barbara. We expect to be seeing a lot of casualties from that direction. Wilson had to call in sick, so he won't be conducting any surgery tomorrow, unfortunately. Some of the beds have also been soiled beyond the capacity of our cleaners. Don't worry, sir, we're expecting support from our headquarters soon. We saved 2 people. 2 people. We lost nobody because we didn't tend to anybody. What kind of doctor am I? Yes, okay. Cut arm, broken spine. Well, I didn't even click this. I guess bed? Why do you say if we must? Okay, let's speed this up. There's a knife. We found that on her when she came in. We're lucky she gave it up so easily. I forgot what the text about her. Smashed pelvis. I don't think this is really important. No bed? Good, thank you. She said a wise choice. We had to bring this one quickly. Bullet in heart. Surgery, I say. I say surgery. She arrived together with someone claiming to be her partner. She has a gun. Okay. Broken arm, cut leg, broken arm, cut leg, broken arm, cut leg. No bed. Sure, if we must. Missing leg. Okay, kind of bad. Broken spine. How can you live with a broken spine? I think that just kills you, doesn't it? Bullet in arm. Bullet in leg. Broken arm. Cut leg. Yeah, bed. I mean, we really need this. Stop commenting. She just said, you're the doctor, I guess. What kind of comment is that? We're caring for her child just outside. Okay, missing arm, broken leg, bed. Sorry, I need the surgeries for better people, for worse cases. He claims to be on first name. Doesn't matter. Okay, broken arm, cut arm, broken arm, cut arm, bed. Only bed for this. Oh, look at this. Cut leg. No bed. I mean, seriously. Oh my goodness. Okay, head injury, bullet in gut, shot in face. This might be that might be it. Let's give it a try. Surgery. Yes, really. We haven't been able to find out anything about this one. A true mystery. So Jamal al-Hinaiji has a smashed pelvis. Can you stand with that? Okay, he can have a bed. He can have a bed. It's okay. Cut arm? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. What's going on? Profuse bleeding. Can we heal them without surgery? I don't know. Give her a shot and put her in bed? I don't know. You say really, but I'm not really sure. Head injury, bullet in leg, broken spine. Put him in bed. I hope that's good enough. We haven't been able to find out anything about this one. A true mystery. Amara Ahmad. Bullet in arm, concussion, shot in face, wounded leg artery. Surgery, I say surgery. Oh my goodness, I think she arrived together. It doesn't matter. Cut arm, profuse bleeding, that's all I need to know. Surgery. Shot in face, I guess if it's not a bed. That was more efficient. We lost 9 tonight and saved 8. We've been hearing artillery thundering for the best part of the past 3 hours. It seems like that siege is going to be lasting a while, and the condition of the patients arriving at the hospital is reflecting that. The situation staff-wise is starting to get dire. 3 of the doctors have had to take today off due to fatigue. They just can't operate when they're this tired. The risk to the patients would be too great. Luckily, Wilson is feeling a lot better after a day's rest and will be back to work in the morning. Okay, bullet in gut. I think, okay, a wise choice, says the nurse. Doesn't get bullet in lungs. I guess bed. There are no permanent guests in a triage one way or the other. That was a bad comment. Okay, bed with profound bleeding? I don't know. Missing leg, head injury. I guess bed, if we must, is the comment. Cut arm, bullet in heart. I think this needs a surgery. A wise choice. Thank you. Broken leg? No bed. Not even a bed. Broken arm, bullet in... Okay, do you hear that? There's fighting going on outside. Missing leg? Give them a bed. Jamal has concussion, head injury, broken leg, cut... No, just a bed. No surgery for this. Concussion? I guess a bed for the concussion, I guess. Shot in face? Bed. Quicker. Head injury, concussion, bed. Faster. Bullet in lungs. Let's cut them open. Okay. Bullet in leg, bullet in arm. No, not even a bed. A waist? What do you mean a waist? Come on, they will not die from that. Come on. Shot in face. I guess we're gonna give them surgery. I just don't know how serious it is. Bed. Bullet in lungs, cut leg, broken leg, head injury. Surgery. And a painkiller. Okay, this one I don't even need to read. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Do we have any surgery? No. Off to bed. Just bed. Stop commenting like that. Don't just say, oh, I guess you're the doctor. No, just concussion, missing arm, bullet in heart. Surgery with a painkiller, please. Missing arm, head injury. Just bed. Okay, this looks bad. No need to read even. Painkiller for that person. Bed for Neela Khan. Oh man, that sarcastic comment again. Okay, this is obviously about to... Oh my goodness, we cannot... Oh, I just had to wait a little. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Head injury. I don't think this person even needs a bed. Cut arm, head injury, cut leg. No bed. Cut leg, no bed. Concussion, broken spine. I don't understand how you can stand with a broken spine, so let's give them a bed. Cut leg, head injury, bullet in lungs. I guess we need to cut them open. Cut. Oh my... Just clicking it again sometimes help. I don't understand how you can survive with that, with a bullet in the heart, but let's try. No bed for this person. Just a smashed pelvis. I cannot even see on the outside that they have a problem. Okay, everybody... If I see too much... No, nothing. No bed for this person, no bed... Ah, darn, that was an artery. I decided way too quick. Okay, Zara Hussein, broken spine, bullet in arm. Has a photo of a baby. Let's get them to bed. Broken arm, no bed. Get out. Nurse, do we have any doctors? One surgery. Okay, bullet in arm. That's not. No. Just a. Come on, don't comment like that. Don't tell me that was a mistake. I think this person deserves a surgery. There's enough blood on the sheets. We lost more than we saved tonight again. 25 casualties, 17 saved. The fighting is getting closer. Gunfire was heard throughout the entire night, and the more perceptive amongst us could even pick out the movement of armored cars under the cover of night. Fear is starting to creep into the ward, and the medical personnel are starting to whisper that it might be time to make a break for it. We had a discussion last night, and out of all the doctors, only Nair has agreed to remain. If I choose to stay, that is. Naturally, without me to diagnose the patients, we may as well all leave. The decision rests on my shoulders. On the one hand, it is possible we could all be killed if we stay, and compelling others into sacrificing their lives is never something I've been okay with. It's hard to imagine that either side would care much for the sanctity of our mission. On the other hand, I don't see many faces around me that aren't ready to make that sacrifice, at least amongst those who chose to stay. And after all, saving lives is exactly what we came here to do. We can actually make a decision here. We can end the game now, or we can continue. I did play the game already with the leave option, and I'm gonna show it to you. It only takes a couple of hours to pack the vehicles with what little supplies you have left. Some of the most critical patients you manage to load into the trucks with you, but many wounded men and women have to be left behind. You imagine with a shudder the fate that awaits them in the baking heat of the rundown facility. You console yourself with the thought that the separatists will save them when they arrive, but you know in your heart that such hope is false. Despite the dreary situation you're leaving behind, you know the service you've rendered to those people, and you're sure the patients you did manage to save are grateful. Besides, with the entire hospital's staff safely offloaded, you'll be able to set up somewhere else and continue your mission. Now we will continue with staying next day. Wounded leg artery, bed. I don't know why you say if we must. Missing arm, bed. He's been spending his time here taking pictures of our patients. We're lucky no fights have broken out. It looks like there have. Broken spine, head injury, concussion. Doesn't seem like they need surgery right away. Oh, that seemed to have been a mistake. Bullet in leg, bullet in gut. I think we need to cut this person open. Zara has missing arm, bullet in gut, broken leg. Bullet in gut sounds bad to me. Painkiller and surgery. Oh shoot. None of it. None. Okay, bed. Darn, I forgot. We only have one doctor. We haven't been able to find out anything about this one. A true mystery. Okay, great. Concussion, leg artery, broken arm. Concussion. I can't focus any. Bed. Bullet in gut, cut leg, broken leg, smashed pelvis. Bullet in gut, cut leg, broken leg, smashed pelvis. What do I do? Surgery? Let's hope it. Take a painkiller. No, we can't. Okay, off to bed. Bullet in gut again. Take a painkiller. Go to bed. Take a painkiller to surgery. Oh no, we don't even have beds anymore. Come on. Okay, come on. I mean, one bed got free just now. This is a long list. She's been praying since she got here, while she's been conscious at least. I always find it amazing that these women can keep their faith even through times like this. This is about this religious symbol. Doctors? No free doctors. Can we put her to... Okay, we're putting her to bed. We haven't been able to find out. Okay. Varghese. Cut arm, broken arm. I think no bed is okay. Bullet, it's just the arm. It's not an artery. I think no bed is okay. Cut leg, bullet in leg. Okay, a wise choice. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. In the waiting room stands a woman staring around in bewilderment, cradling a Kalashnikov. Soon enough, the room is swarming with similarly armed men and women staring at the people in the various states of injury scattered around the room. One of the soldiers, a middle-aged bearded man with a separatist badge displayed prominently on his breast, is arguing with Nair, the last remaining doctor, in the native tongue. The soldier is gesticulating madly at some of the beds, spittle flying across his bristly chin. You realize with a shock that he is pointing towards the loyalist patients in various states of injury. Suddenly the argument cuts off and the room shudders into hurried activity. An adolescent approaches you, pointing towards the door while casually pointing his revolver directly at your forehead. You leave the hospital with the rest of the medical staff, and as you're leaving, you hear the sharp crack of gunfire from within the ramshackle building. Suddenly, a shrieking whistle fills the air, before the earth erupts into violent tremors. Looking around in bewilderment, you notice a portion of the hospital's concrete exterior containing the sullen earth. It seems the government's tolerance of the triage center ended as soon as separatists were seen entering the building. Right on time, a loyalist convoy flashes its chrome steel armored cars over the horizon, and a veritable storm of chattering cries erupts from the hospital. The separatists begin to take up position in the building, searching out cover, even as it is turned to dust by loyalist artillery. In the ensuing chaos, you and a number of the other medical personnel manage to sneak away into the nearby forest, leaving the artillery shells and missiles behind you. Discharged safely 6. Interesting. So some get healed without care at all. We're gonna leave. After crawling for the better part of an hour through solid undergrowth, the clack of bullet close on your heels, you finally break through into a clearing. Looking around, you can only see a handful of the staff you've come to rely on over the last couple days. Nair is missing, and so is the nurse who served you. You never even got her name. You spend the night discussing what the best course of action would be and attempting to figure out where exactly you are. After coming to a consensus, you set out together over the blasted land. Although your future is now uncertain, you can't help but reflect on the patients you saved in your short service despite the sacrifice. Gotta say, quite an emotional game. Nicely done. Part of the Ludum Dare 42. What was the theme again? Keep them alive, I believe. Beautiful music. Effective, concise writing. To me, emotional. To others, I don't know, you tell me. I like it when a medium is not forcing emotions onto me, although I gotta say, this endgame music, that has quite the influence. Very simple graphics, but the dirty style is effective and matches the theme. Triage provides a lot of detail about the patients. I chose to ignore most of them. I quickly realized that paying attention to these is just wasting lives, reducing the number of decisions I can take that save lives. The information we can get are family status, faction in the war, religious details. If you had some kind of agenda in this game, if maybe you knew more about the history and wanted to support a side, you could use these details to ensure that the rebels get better care, or the loyalists, or only the civilians, whatever you want. But probably intentionally, the game communicates through its gameplay that focusing on these details is a waste of time and effectively a waste of lives. I also dare interpreting that it illustrates heroism as futile. Because remember where we had the choice? Maybe that ending is better, maybe. Because we had time to take the supplies and maybe set up somewhere else. That might have been better. Maybe. But we don't know. Well, maybe you noticed the style of the game. Similar to that Morse code game that got 1,000 comments, by the way. It has less than 100,000 views, but more than 1,000 comments. That number of comments usually is reserved for my 1 million or more views videos, of which there are maybe 2. If you would like to try out a different playstyle for finishing this game, it's available for free on itch. Link is in the description or in the comments. I did mention the number 100,000. We are reaching that soon with the subscriber count, so put your button click into it if you haven't yet and want to see that number grow. I will see you with the next game next time. Something less dark, I think. Until then, ciao.